It's April of 2007, and it's a cold spring night, and I'm in Chichester, England, which is a little coastal town 70 miles southwest of London, and I'm homeless. And the person I blame most for this is Patrick Stewart. I was in London studying abroad as part of my undergraduate degree in theatre, and I was paying £90 a week plus utilities to live in London, which means I was poor. But theatre was ridiculously cheap. I was seeing probably 2 or 3 shows a week, and I heard that Patrick Stewart was going to be playing Macbeth in a production of Macbeth at the Chichester Theatre Festival in Chichester, England. And I thought to myself, the greatest writer in the English language and the greatest captain Star Trek has ever known, that was all I needed to hear. And so I went online and I bought my ticket. It was £8. And when I bought my train ticket, it was maybe £16. And only after that did I think to look at a train schedule. And I realized it was going to be difficult, if not nearly impossible, for me to catch the last train back to London. But I didn't care. I was 22. I wanted this to work out. Something was going to happen. So I get on the train and I'm going to Chichester and I arrive, and it's a really lovely little town. One of the oldest towns in England, founded by the Romans, and very little has probably changed. And so I get to the theater and I sit down, and the production is breathtaking. It's engaging and wonderful and everything I hoped it would be. And I'm going and I'm watching this wonderful production about a man's descent into madness, and right about the time where Macduff stabs Macbeth, it hits me. I'm going to miss the last train home. And so the production is wrapping down and my anxiety is only rising, and the show lets out, and I run to the train station and I throw open the doors, and of course, I missed the last train. I knew it. But it's about 9:30, the next train's about 6 a.m. So I think I'm going to just sit in the station, I've got a book, I'll be fine all night. I sit down, start to read. A couple minutes later, this ancient station master comes by. He's pushing his little broom, and he comes over to where I'm sitting, and he says, "He's sorry, but for emergency purposes, he can't have me stay in the station." And I look at him, and I think, you're 90, probably about 4'8". I'm 22 and 6 foot. I can't imagine an emergency in which you would be more help to me than I would be to you, but I don't want to argue, and so I walk outside, and I immediately see there's a gentleman talking to a cab driver, and they're, going at it, and the gentleman looks at me, and I look at him, and we both realize we've done the same stupid thing. And so I walk over, and the 3 of us start to talk about what it's going to take to get us back to London. It turns out that £100 is what it's going to take to get us back to London. I maybe have a £5 note on me. I can't pull anything out of the ATM. I come back with empty hands, and we can't make a deal. The gentleman says he's sorry. He gets in the cab alone and takes it back to London. And so I'm stuck. And I'm walking around the town, and it's early enough that the bars are still open, and there's people out on the streets, and there's restaurants open. And I walk and I find kind of a budget conscientious motel. It's a chain, and I don't know how I would pay for a hotel room, but that's the thing to do. Seems conventional enough. And so I walk up to the front desk, where I'm greeted with a, "How can I